Hello, and welcome to Spot Hidden. I am London Carlisle, your trusty keeper of arcane lore, and tonight we are playing Call of Cthulhu, as always, right? Wait, y'all have been muted this entire time.
Cool, love that. Love that for us.
Well, you know what? Let's just not go back over that again.
About how I beat you guys in PvP.
I'll summarize.
night?
Okay, Carly won because she chose a warlock who could fly around with magic spells in a
That's
PvP
smart.
match. And we were respectable combatants
Yeah.
that stayed on the ground as the gladiators.
Yeah, and you
we
lost,
lost
too.
with dignity. We did not.
I don't know if there was any dignity to
If
what you-
anyone remembers the ending of the first Cars movie, it was sort of like that kind of victory for that one guy.
I actually don't remember the end of the first Cars
Kachiga.
movie.
I don't either.
Kachiga.
I only remember Rascal Flats.
Something about
That's it.
highways in life and something like that. Yeah.
Well, with that, I think we should play some Call of Cthulhu.
Let's do it.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Spot Hidden. If this is your first time joining us, I'm London. I'm the keeper of arcane lore, and we have some great players here, my bestest of friends. Please introduce yourself.
Matt, you go first.
Oh, okay. I wasn't prepared. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Daniel Smithson in the Spot Hidden campaign. I'm excited for tonight. I don't know what to expect, honestly, but the farther along we get, the more fun I'm having. I really appreciate the keeper. He does a fantastic job. If you ever get a chance to play with London Carlisle, highly recommend it. Carly's all right. Anyway, glad to be here.
You're just bitter.
Ooh, ouch.
You're just bitter that my little cotton candy warlock beat you.
Ouch, ouch. Please
Carly.
introduce yourself, Carly.
I'm Carly. I'm Maerwynn. Yeah.
Yeah! Awesome. All right. Well, we have a great game prepared for you tonight. We're picking up, a little bit after we left off last time we were here. As you see, Hudson is away. He'll be back with us very soon. Last time, our heroes, they exorcised this demon from a monastery that was causing all of this havoc, and they've had a little bit of time to rest back in the lovely village of Totberg. But of course, in a Call of Cthulhu game, that rest doesn't last too long. So, is everybody ready to begin tonight's episode of Spot Hidden?
Let's do it.
Didn't Hudson say something about he's going on tour in Scotland, right?
I don't
Just
know.
as a one-man band,
He might have, yeah. Because, yeah,
something like that.
2 episodes ago, Bricious got the electric guitar, the world's first electric guitar.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So that.
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. I was just double checking.
Is
All
that
right,
for
this is
your
British
notes?
Silverhand.
It was.
Bricious Silverhand. All right.
Okay.
So
Guitar.
it began in the morning. Daniel Smithson was on his way from Totberg with a big cartload of lumber. Now, as the woodsman, he was responsible for chopping all of this wood and transporting it to the charcoal burners, such as Bagilda, who turned this wood into charcoal that warmed the homes of Totberg. Now, of course, Bagilda had sort of a seedy reputation. Lots of rumors surrounded Bagilda. As mentioned before, there was one chief rumor about her killing her husband in cold blood. Is there any truth to that? Maybe we'll never know. But Daniel Smithson was sort of the middleman between Bagilda, the Burners, and Totberg. They didn't want anything to do with each other, but Daniel Smithson, the middleman. He was walking on his merry way through the farmland, through the countryside, and he heard a certain rumbling that came from deep below. I won't even ask for a roll for this, because this is just something that really unsettled you. It's as if there was a struggle below your feet as you walked through this farmland. But you might have brushed it off. You might have thought it was just a trick of the wind blowing in your ear. You made your way to the charcoal burners. You could smell it before you even approached the little wooden huts that encircled the encampment there. But you could smell just the deep burning and the smokiness and the ash that pretty much made up this entire place. It began to cling to your clothes the second that you got around it. You could see the charcoal burners sweating as they worked over these hot fires, over these stoves, cooking this charcoal. But you, a chill ran down your spine. Your entire body was freezing, cold as hell. Now, the sound was one thing. You struggling to stay warm while everyone else around you was sweating is another thing, Daniel. But you press on. You've encountered dark things in your time. Things that you vanquished with Maerwynn, with Bricius. So you go home. It's been a long day, a full day of travel. It's a 2-hour journey from Totber to the charcoal burners. But you go back to your home. But you don't feel that you are completely alone as you're walking through those woods. That night, your suspicions were confirmed. The candles that line the inside of your house, giving you, a semblance of vision as the dark world encapsulates everything outside, began to rise in their brightness. And that's when you saw it. This figure, this spectral being, you could see its ribs, the sharp outline of the emaciation there. You could see the boniness of the face. An otherwise young face was ruined by this decay. Long wisps of hair floated across its face and floated in the air as if blowing in a breeze that didn't exist within your home there. It raises a hand at you. As its mouth opens, you expect a shriek, a squeal, a scream. Nothing comes from its mouth. You see the frustration grow behind its dead eyes as this as this spectral figure, not completely solid, just struggles to communicate something. When it can't, whoosh, all of the candles in your home extinguished. Sanity roll. And then a luck roll.
Just throw down a crucifix. They have 5 meters on banshees instead of 3. You're fine. It will stop the hunt. You're great.
I would like to mention my disdain for that. Anyway, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do. He said something about luck, so we're gonna do that as well.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay. So Daniel, after seeing the specter, rolls for sanity and succeeds 54 versus 59, and then succeeds on a luck roll 40 to 60.
Okay, so I'm gonna note that luck roll. That shall come in handy. But since
That's good. Me too. Me too.
But since you succeeded on your sanity, you will subtract one sanity from this haunting that you experienced over the course of this entire day.
It's treason.
We shall now shift our attention back to the village of Totber, the Thane's compound.
Maerwynn, you don't have to. It's okay.
Do you not want to be in this episode?
No, I do. I just don't want to get losing sanity.
Well, fear not. Well, first off, why don't you give me, what is Maerwynn doing in the compound here? I'll hand it to you.
She's probably just sitting off in a corner somewhere, just kind of plucking on her lute, just chilling.
Okay, plucking on her lute. There is someone calling your name. You can hear it from kind of around the corner. Maerwynn! Maerwynn, where are you? And you see this young woman come around the corner, looking around for you. You can see the long blonde braid that hangs at the side of her head there. As she looks around,
she
sees you.
What is her name? It's almost my name. I don't have it in notes. I'll just say
it's Heroin.
The heroin. Thank you. Thank you. I need to write
Wait,
that
is
down.
Maerwynn doing heroin? Never mind.
Oh, that's an unfortunate name.
Maerwynn is the daughter of Thane Oswin, sister of Lensing, who is one of the bodyguards with Maerwynn's friend, Hudson's favorite, Airdwolf. So Maerwynn looks around and sees you plucking at that thing again.
I always am. You know this at this point.
Yes. You'll have to teach me how to play. It's something so intricate about the way that you do that. How did you learn?
My mother actually taught me many years ago.
Wow. I don't think I know your mother.
No, she that's actually how much younger is Heroin than Maerwynn?
Maerwynn is 18.
Okay, so not that much younger. Yes, no, that's why I actually came to live with you all. Remember, she passed about 5 years ago?
No. It's foggy, but yes.
It was a wild time. Lots of things going on, so.
Yeah, well, you've been with me through my wild times. I
That's
guess
true.
the loss of our mothers is something that we can share.
That is true.
Yes. We've, as a community, lost a lot of things as of late. our sanity.
Literally. Yes, hopefully we won't have to deal with that too much longer, if at all.
Well, Maerwynn, I must ask. And feel free to, refrain. I'm getting close. I'm just like... Did you ever suspect Delwyn?
She's just going to kind of stop plucking on her lute and just kind of sit there for a second. I wish I could say that I did, but I don't know. He just seemed to... I felt as though there was something off when we found that he was helping, a fugitive, but I wanted to think he was doing it from the kindness of his heart and not some strange allegiance to whatever.
But you saw that he wasn't human.
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing that there are still capable people in medicine here in Totper. His assistants will be good replacements for him, I think. But
Yes,
honestly, yes.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I was just going to say he at least trained them well before everything else.
Yes. Well, when she looks up, there is this bird soaring overhead, and not like high overhead, but it's a low flying huge bird, and a bird that you recognize as Daniel, please.
That would be Yuraku.
Why did I want to call him Atreus? That's
That's
that.
close, but not at all.
So Araku lands. He comes and lands on the windowsill. Because it was flying on a beeline straight for the window.
He just smacks into it, slides down.
What? No, what? It's not a glass window. It's an open.
That's it. Yuraku's dead. He slammed into the window. The bird's an idiot.
Nobody lands and just looks at you. Eyeing you, making sure it's you. And he has something tied to his little claw there.
I'm gonna go and carefully untie it because I don't want to get clawed by a talon or anything.
Give him a stick of gum.
This is your chance to communicate whatever you would like to Maerwynn about your predicament.
Ooh, here, let's do this. Maerwynn, I understand our recent struggles are not so far distant into the past. However, there is something unexplainable here at the homestead, I guess. What would they call it? Anyway, unexplainable at my homestead. I regret to say it is but supernatural in nature, and I require your assistance as Briseus seems to be away. Something about the guitar, whatever that is. Daniel. I'm sorry.
This is fun because we can't read or write.
You can
Right,
you
but
can,
he sent his thoughts. He
Y'all,
was like,
y'all
like
can read and
midichlorians.
write. For ease
Okay,
of
we
access
learned
to
that at
this
this
game,
point.
y'all can read and write.
Okay, thank you.
well, it's like midichlorians. Anyway, all right.
We've learned at this point. We've taught ourselves somehow magically. The spirit of Cthulhu himself has taught
Yeah,
us.
he taught us. Were you not there? Anyway.
Okay. I'm gonna take this paper and kind of fold it up and look over at Maerwynn and say, I'm so sorry to leave you, but Daniel requires my assistance. I'll be back shortly.
Okay. Is there something wrong?
No, everything's fine. He's missing Briseus, I think. So I'm just gonna go check and make sure he's all right.
Are Briseus and Daniel
They're very close. No, nothing like that. They're just very close friends.
I'm not judging. I'm just asking.
No, pick your words carefully, Daniel.
Another one.
Araku's friend, his brother, Atreus comes in. Atreus the pigeon. he's like the Costco Araku that comes in, and he hits
The worst part is I'm pretty sure his name is actually Atreyu, not Atreus. I don't know where he got that from.
Wait, who are you talking about?
From the Neverending Story.
Oh, okay.
The kid from the Neverending Story. Anyways.
Well, okay, so scratch this new character. He's not there. Maerwynn says, well, the reason I ask is I just know that whenever you, Daniel, Briseus, whenever you all three get together, there's trouble afoot.
Well, we always take care of it, don't we?
Yes. And it's comforting, honestly, Maerwynn. Really. I've been practicing my knife.
That is a terrifying thought.
Why?
No, I'm kidding. That's very good, though. You need to be able to defend yourself.
I saw what you did to that Viking. Don't laugh it off.
I'm not laughing it off. It's just... It's scary to think that it's come to this, but...
Yes, and now Erdwulf, my brother, they've gone away to negotiate a peace with the Camry. Father fears that we can't fight a war on two fronts. If we have to fight the Camry or the Vikings, we can handle those alone, but not at once. So I do pray for their safe return, but if not, I feel that I must be able to defend myself as you have.
There you go.
We don't all have Daniel and Briseus and yourself.
I'm very proud of you, Maerwynn.
Thank you.
And I'm just going to kind of grab her hands and just kind of squeeze them and then head out.
All right. Do you have any more
That's sweet.
business here to do in Totper? I mean, you can do whatever you would like. Or are you just heading directly to Smithson?
We know that Briseus is gone somewhere, right? Yes.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to.
He's probably
try to find him.
sleeping. He's just, he's.
Yeah. Yeah. If Erdwulf is not there, then I'm just gonna. I don't really have backup, so I'm gonna just head to Daniel's.
Okay.
and Yuraku grabs Maerwynn by the collar and then lifts her,
Jesus.
and they fly. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, take it away,
God.
Keeper.
No, that's the thing. Yeah, Araku, he takes off. He heads off. Sees you leaving. Araku, a very well trained bird. Give me a D100 roll, just for the journey.
A very good boy.
He's a good lad.
I should have specified that, Maerwynn.
Oh, I'm doing a D100.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I reached
Sorry,
from the mouse
I
'cause
thought
I'm
you were doing it
curious.
for Araku for some reason. I wasn't paying attention. I had my Google Doc open. Okay. 76.
Okay.
Is 100 like just a full-on sprint of Maerwynn just booking it like she's running the 400? Never mind.
Oh yeah, this isn't for time. This is just for my purposes here. Okay, cool. So as you walk outside of the walls of Totber, you pass the first thing that you sort of meet as you leave are the outlying farms there. You are familiar with a lot of the farmers. You've encountered some in the past, obviously. But you have to pass those before you're able to reach the forest where Daniel sort of lives at the outskirts. Araku has gone ahead. And after a while, he is out of your view. Give me a listen roll, Maerwynn.
Trying to remember how this game works. That's 48 versus 20. That's a failure.
Okay, cool. So as you're walking along, the rain starts. A very light drizzle begins, and just that light melody in your ears, that pitter patter, that kind of pitter patter that puts us to sleep on a rainy day, sort of drowns out any sort of low sound that you might have otherwise noticed. Nothing of importance, but you keep going. The mud sticks to your boots as you make your way into the forest. It's afternoon now, so it's not too dark, and you know this path. There is no straight road that leads to Smithson, but Daniel has in the past cut basically trees that kind of signify the way to his place, if that makes sense. Sort of markers, in a way. After a while, you approach the place. Daniel, as Maerwynn arrives, what is the state of things now? After that incident last night, everything has been silent.
He's definitely he's searched. From his experience thus far, Daniel has, in his small, kind of studio apartment of a medieval home here, searched thoroughly for any sort of hex, anything that might, a lot like the barrel of wine triggering that red haze, looking for anything that might bring something to his home, and he has searched every nook and cranny.
Okay. Yeah, and with that, I'll tell you that you have not seen anything like that. There's not any sort of lingering haze or that you've encountered with the demon from last time.
And with that, it's not messy, but it's clear. It's not like he's moving, but it's clear he's moved things around. He has a fire burning in his fireplace for the sake of warmth with that rain coming down. He's not freaking out, he's not losing his appetite. But yeah, he's on edge.
Got you. And that is when Maerwynn, your companion, arrives.
I don't know if y'all can hear me, but my audio messed up. Give me just a second.
No problem.
Okay. So he's
Being of technical difficulties.
Don't worry, I got this.
Complete.
Yeah, so Yuraku's like up on his perch in the top corner of one of the corners of the house. He's just like, the hell is he doing?
Okay.
You good?
Okay, I can hear you again. We're good. Okay.
Great.
I love this. Love this. Okay. So your house has been moved around, but you're not panicking.
Yes,
I
that's
got
the
that.
sum.
We got there.
Cool. I'll take it away. Maerwynn, I know I did not explain much. However, we've seen enough as a trio to understand that we're not alone on this world. And what I saw is almost unexplainable. It wasn't human, it wasn't creature, it wasn't monster, it was not to this plane. Vanished and appeared in the blink of an eye. No matter how fearful it might have been, it seemed desperate. But I do know that desperate can sometimes mean dangerous. Please, come in.
I'll go inside. I'm just going to kind of look around. Do you believe it was some sort of spirit or something?
That sounds much more accurate than any other description. It seemed female in nature, hair, face, what you could consider eyes. I don't know. All I know is it seemed, as I said, completely not to this world. And to see it want to shriek, but unable almost, and to react to flame, almost to burn my home down and dissipate. Well, I'm not certain where to go from here, but it's clear it needs something, and it is not going to leave me alone. However, that was the only occurrence.
Where did she appear?
Almost right where you're standing.
I want to look around and see if there were any sort of signs left behind.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden roll.
There it is. 8 versus 55. Extreme success.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking around for any.
I see the ghost. She's just sitting in a chair.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. So you're looking around for any sort of signs of this ghost. The first thing that you notice are the candles. Last night, I mean, I guess he didn't tell you about the extent of this, but it seems that the tops of the candles are just completely blown off. The wicks aren't even there any longer. It was a very clean and powerful force that moved them. Another thing that you see, I'll give you another one for that extreme success. You see the cups that were on this desk and or a table in Daniel's studio apartment. These cups are all turned over on the ground, very close together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in a certain arrangement,
Yeah.
just lined up very nice. But everything else on the table, still there. These were the only things that were moved and affected that you see.
Okay.
You also,
Oh God.
there is just the slightest shadow that passes through your peripheries outside the window.
Both of us?
Maerwynn.
Daniel, are you expecting other company?
No. I
I
held
believe-
you when you were alone.
There is someone else outside.
With that, Daniel would like to ready his axe because he's been on edge all this time, and almost swings his door off its hinges and goes to investigate.
Cool. The door swings open. That light rain is the first thing that you see, sort of hitting the ground. It's quiet outside. Give me a spot hidden.
You got it. However, that is a failure. 88 versus 40.
As you look around, you see that there is no signs of footprints on the ground, other than that of Maerwynn's that have just come. They're the only set that have walked up to your house. There are not even any footprints that go around, past that window where Maerwynn glanced by. No signs of footprints.
He would like to enter back into the house, making sure they, give him one last glance before he enters and shuts the door.
Inside, the candles are burning.
Wait.
Maerwynn, I had a fire going. Did you light the candles as well?
The candles were missing their tops. How are they burning? The wicks were gone.
Something tells me she's back, Maerwynn.
Goodness. Okay.
I don't know. There's nothing to prepare. It's not exactly a Viking to prepare for here. We can see about retreating to Tartber, but I can't foresee the storm coming. I don't know what it will bring, but I also don't know how to prepare for a damned spirit.
Perhaps she means no harm?
Well, I have no scratches per se, but I'm not one to wait around till they appear. Do you know anything about this? I know most of what we've experienced has been together, but I have no experience to speak of.
Can I see if I know, like, from hearing stories and stuff, anything about any sort of spirits?
If you
I know
do
that's
you
a weird thing.
no. Do you have like it would be an occult roll. Do you have any
I have
chance of that?
9 occult.
It's 9 more than 0.
Okay.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, no, that's a 40 versus 9. That is
Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. Both of you give me some power rolls.
Okay. I can hear my mother right outside my door. I don't know what she's doing, but something keeps squeaking. It's really freaking me out.
Daniel rolls an extreme success, 8 versus 60, and Maerwynn
41 versus 60.
Boom. Okay. So the chill that you experienced before, Daniel, comes back. It's colder than ever, Maerwynn. All of a sudden, you start feeling it. And just as quickly as you feel this chill shoot up your spines and then across your skin, down through the roof, descends this form. It's the form I described to you all earlier. The long hair, the sad eyes, and the translucent, ghostly frame. It looks at you, Daniel. It looks at you, Maerwynn. You can see its chest rise and fall as it levitates there. It just stares.
What is it you want, demon? Get out of my house or say something.
It opens its mouth. It extends its hand. Nothing comes out. You see frustration. Frustration. The head goes down. Both of you, give me dodge rolls.
Oh God, I was gonna try something. Okay.
Okay,
This
well,
is probably a better idea.
yeah, okay.
It was a stupid idea, so we're not gonna do that.
Failure.
Oh.
Okay. As those cups that were downturned start flying, just pieces of just knickknacks and things you had lying around, Daniel, start flying around, and they both slam into you. Yeah. Into Daniel. Something knocks against your head, a small piece of metal for 3 damage. It barely gets you, Maerwynn, for 1 damage, as
Okay.
a very sharp edge just slices kind of across your bare arm there. Not deep at all, but it stings.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold my hand out towards her, and I'm gonna say, "I'll speak for you. What do you need to say?" And just kind of hold my hand out. See if that will do anything. This is a stupid idea.
She floats closer to you, inspecting the hand. closer and closer. This body is just about to touch your hand. And as it would normally make contact with someone, it just floats through. She begins to move through you as almost this mist, circling around, still glancing at you. She moves. There's a dirt bike in the background.
Oh, that must be a Rotanoth. He's on his bike of dirt again. Sorry, continue.
Yes. So then she comes back around, looking you up and down. Her hands go to her heart.
Your heart?
I'm but a woodsman, lady, not a love dealer. Get out of my damn house.
That's the gesture.
I'm afraid I don't understand. We want to help you. We really do. We need to know what you need.
And stop throwing damn cups.
Daniel, can you please be kind to
She
this
threw
woman?
a cup at me, man.
I know, she's in distress.
Daniel, dodge. As you feel this wind
Again, another
circle
failure.
around your place. Araku, who's perched in the window, gets like thrown back as something slams from behind into your head. You turn around and see it's one of your cups there. Slams into the back of your head for 2 damage.
Oh, bloody hell!
There is an intensity in this face as she floats in front of you. But turning back to Maerwynn, there's a sadness. The hands do this as her eyes close. They open to catch your understanding, and they close again. And then her hands go back to her heart.
Okay, I'm trying to make sense of this. Also, my mother is texting me asking if we have Cocoa Pops in the freezer right now, too. So I'm a little distracted.
Daniel would like to, realizing that she's responding to aggression, he's just going to sit down.
Okay,
His dignity is hurt, but he's just going to sit down.
your death. Something about your death. Someone else's death? Oh, goodness. I'm gonna look around. Daniel, your quill and paper that you had earlier, that you used to write me the note.
Here.
And I'm gonna hold it out. Can you use this?
You see the hand reach out for the quill and paper. Goes directly through.
The way you moved the cups, can you move this the same way?
She tries to grasp. She tries to focus. The wind starts to blow the paper. The quill falls out of your hand. Frustration. And as you see this frustration, you can feel
Shit.
almost like the ground vibrating, just like the shoddy studio apartment walls.
Yeah.
Very briefly.
Figure out what she means. I want to think she died of a broken heart. She can't speak. She something.
Daniel,
Yeah, Daniel.
Standing and with respect this time, we understand your hurt, but in order to help, and we do want to help, we have to have something. Can you maybe give us a sign as to where to start?
She stares at you, Daniel, and she gets closer and closer. She floats closer and closer. She goes through you, out the other side, She's not in the building anymore.
Running after
Yeah,
her.
I'm
She-
going after. Yeah.
Yeah, outside, she floats around and hovers directly above a pile of lumber that is in a cart that you have loaded up.
Right above it.
Yeah,
And
as she hovers above it, she looks at you, Daniel.
then, Daniel's going to go right over, and you said it's a cart full of lumber?
Yes. It's the same
Uh,
one that you used.
Right. Well,
Mhm.
Daniel knows there's nothing significant in the cart. He's unloaded and loaded it a million times. Sorry. This has to do with Begilda, does it not? The charcoal burners, not Tartber.
Daniel, is there something stuck in the lumber, perhaps?
Well,
She heads off down the path that you used to come to your home. She's leaving the property. And before she gets too far, maybe about 10 feet down the way, she turns back and just floats and looks at you.
Following.
Maerwynn, go. Daniel would like to follow, but before he goes, he will grab his typical traveling kit, which just consists of fire starter and camping material.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Valid.
Deer
Pretty
skin
good
and
idea.
deer skin and fire starters. So, and I'll tail right behind.
All right, cool. As you're walking behind this figure, you're in this wake of a very unique feeling. You can still see around you where the rain was falling. As you follow in this trail, there is no rain. In this path that you're walking, the breeze has died down around you. The insect noises that might have been around, even the sound of the rain hitting the ground is a little deafened as you just walk behind. She keeps going. Occasionally she turns to look, see if you're still following, but she keeps going and going and going. Spot hidden rolls, please.
Oh shit. So I'm very bad at charades. I'm the worst one to be interpreting for this one.
Charades.
28 versus 55.
Mostly charades.
Okay.
Okay, give me a second here. Character sheet's active out.
You'll roll like 7 times. That's usually what happens.
I
It'll
clicked
just
it.
pop
Yeah,
up.
just click it, and it's not. Come on now. Come on, roll 20.
Stop clicking.
I clicked it like once.
If that doesn't work, yeah, try a listen roll if that's better, or you can do the spot hidden.
I'll just roll a D100. My spot hidden's 40.
Okay.
32 versus 40.
Boom. All right. Keen-Eye Daniel and Maerwynn, you two, you spot this figure moving sort of in the brush on the side of the way here. It's about a good probably like 20 feet away. But it's this large, lumbering, just like jet black figure that moves very slowly. It hears the crunch of a leaf, the crunch of a stick. It hears something that alerts it of your presence. You see it stand on its back legs and grow very large. You see this black bear in its full height there. It's looking around for what it heard. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Maerwynn,
Okay.
uh,
I'm trying to remember. If it's black, attack. If it's brown, just lay down. Okay. I'm going.
What the hell?
That's the thing with bears. If it's a black bear, you're supposed to make yourself look scary. My mother taught me this last week. We got into an argument about it. If it's brown, you lay down.
And you shut up. Jesse's in the chat making fun of me.
Yeah.
This is scary knowledge that we're getting off. So
Oh my
I'm going
gosh.
to stand there perfectly still and just look at it. It's a thing. If it's black, attack. If it's brown, lay down.
Well, we're not exactly trying to pick a fight, so Daniel would like to put his hand on Maerwynn's shoulder and just get down and just
Okay.
lower ourselves to the ground.
Okay.
You can see your ghostly guide notice this, and you can see almost like a reaction of fear from the guide. Disappears.
It's Mordu.
Completely disappears.
Oh,
Stealth
shit.
rolls.
This
Yeah,
isn't
I
a
saw
normal
that one
bear,
coming.
right? Like, this is a
Um,
funny bear.
a funny bear.
Fucky bear.
Did you say what?
Yeah,
It's a
don't worry
funny
about it.
bear.
No, I didn't say funny. Oh, shit.
Did you say
Oh, boy.
funky?
No, I said fucky.
Funky
Specifically.
town.
You-
Okay. 57 versus 40, failure.
Oh,
Oh.
here we go. And then we'll roll a hard success, 13 versus 50.
Okay. Okay. As you're
Mhm.
walking along there. What do you mean?
Nothing. I just want to. I'm curious to see how this goes.
As the
I googled it. I was right, by the way.
Yes, you were. You were right.
as your guide vanishes away, you can hear shh. You can hear the sounds kind of return. And just as you hear all these sounds return, as you feel
Shit.
the wind rush in, you can hear the twig break under your boot, Maerwynn.
Oh,
Daniel's
shit.
down. Daniel's down. He is out of the way.
He thinks it's a brown bear.
Well, we're right next to each other. Yeah, but
you have a chance to do whatever you would like to in this situation, Daniel, to help this, but this
Please.
bear begins moving your
can I go
way.
ahead and pick up a rock and chuck it, kind of back from where we came, and clearly away from us.
Okay, yeah.
Very bad idea.
Yeah. What should I ask for this? Let's do a luck
Yeah,
roll.
we don't have throw rolls. No,
Well,
we got throw rolls.
You do have a throw roll, but you're just trying to distract.
I'm chucking that bitch. That's
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
hell
I won't
yeah.
even ask for like a roll to see if you can just throw a rock. Yeah. This is just if it's you're lucky if it follows it. That's the thing here. I
Right,
feel like
right,
that's the
right.
distinction. Oh well, you already did the throw roll and got a hard success.
Yes.
Okay, well I'll take that then for sure. As you throw that away, whoosh, whoosh, you can hear the crash of the rock elsewhere. The bear starts moving in another direction.
Oh,
You can
thank
hear the
you.
crunch under its feet. Now you're getting wet from the rain as it pours down upon you. The wind is whipping as it's getting darker and darker. Sun will be setting soon. And you're in the middle of the woods.
With that rain,
alone.
with the rain kind of helping, well, I guess it's, leaving us. You said we're on a path, right? We're headed in a specific direction.
Yeah. So you're headed back towards Totber. You're just at you're about to be at the edge of the woods. The next thing between here and Totber really is all of the outlying farms, and there's several, with very big fields, and they're also kind of clustered together once you exit this area. But your guide is gone.
Mm-hmm. Does Daniel know of any friends who help operate these fields with homes nearby, in that field there?
Yeah, give me an education roll.
Okay. He's not always a spot. Oh, that's a hard failure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you do have a couple of a couple of farmers. You don't know exactly where your friend heard where his farm is here. As I mentioned, it's several farms kind of clustered together outside of this area of the wall. Do you proceed? Do you turn back? What are your thoughts?
Well, we've come this far.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, disappeared.
Now we're back.
It's really dark in these woods. I mean, she was leading us to Topbo, right? We might as well.
And Daniel will go ahead and grab a nearby stick and wrap some of that cloth, in his bag around it and get that torch started.
It
And-
is raining. It will not last.
Well, I mean, but with a little bit of nice oil, maybe some olive oil.
Some EVOO.
Either way, yeah, I suppose we head into Totba until morning at the very least.
The ghost of Rachel Ray comes back. Did you say EVOO?
Thank you, London. Thank you.
Oh my
Man,
gosh.
I was raised on Food Network. What are y'all talking about?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but basically you make the edge of the forest here. As you're looking out, you can see the farms, you can see all the big fields, you can see big pens where the aurochs graze and such. There's a hill directly ahead of you. And floating above this hill is this figure. Is it the same figure as before? You aren't able really to tell from here, but it's just this luminescent what's the word for not physical?
Incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
That's
being.
a word? Okay, anyway.
That's okay. That was what Lyra's wings are described as in the player's handbook for a protection.
Stop bringing your damn D&D character
We're not worried
into this
about her.
conversation. We don't care.
Because you lost.
You
I play a
cheated.
warlock.
Okay, y'all. Okay, it's not serious. I'm not mad. People at home. I'm just bitter because we were just playing. We explained this already. What are we talking?
We did.
About? I'm just mad. I made a great tiefling samurai that was badass and had a ton of HP, but Carly just wiped him out.
Okay, so
yes.
Daniel, out of his traveling pack, would like to pull his Samsung grade telescope out and tune it. I'm kidding.
Are you trying to check and see if that's the figure before you head there?
Telescope, but I mean, I would like to. I mean, do
Yeah,
we
is
both see
that the
this,
figure?
or
Yeah, you can give me spot hiddens to see.
just really focusing in on that?
Hard success. 2155.
Do we even need one for Daniel? I'll give him failure. Ooh. Wait, what is it? Failure. I can't do it as well as Hudson.
Failure. Yeah, so Maerwynn, you see that you see the long hair, you see the same face, and you see it looking directly in your direction. You're pretty far away from this hill, but it's looking directly at you. This gives you the sign that this is the
This is
same.
our ghost.
This is your ghost. Your
Maerwynn.
incorporeal figure, like Lyra's wings.
Is
Okay.
that who we think it is?
I believe it is.
Hell.
I start walking towards her.
Yeah.
As you're approaching this area, I'll give you a little picture of it.
Daniel
No
reluctantly
picture.
follows.
Okay. There's this hill,
The
right?
hill.
That's a hill.
Shit, are we gonna go eat dinner at Terrell?
That
We
is
are
an
looking
Auburn
at-
joke. If I
We're
ever
looking
heard
at a
one.
top-down view of a hill in the middle of just nothing but farms.
Yeah, so as you can see, there's like 3 farms there, and in the middle is this obviously hill. You can see it's dotted with several things on top. Those several little white blocks, those represent graves.
Imagine that.
Hmm.
Imagine that.
It's like a cemetery rave or something.
Yeah, but you see this hill overlooking like 3 or 4 farms, and in the direction of each farm there might be 4 to 6 graves that are set up
It's the family plot.
in their directions.
Yep. Cool. I'm gonna head to wherever homegirl is.
Okay. Cool. She. Oh my
Oh,
god!
we're gone
I
again.
keep exiting y'all out. I'm sorry.
Hey, we're back.
It's one of the I'm just trying to see you all. Yeah, so you see her floating directly above where on the bottom of the picture. You see like that the farm that's south on your picture. She's floating
Yes.
above the graves that are next to that.
Okay.
Okay, and you're just walking just past the farm up to the plot.
Yes.
Okay, cool. The first thing you see that she's floating over is there's a newish grave, kind of like freshly dug, filled in, headstone just placed, a very simple one. No sort of inscriptions or anything yet, but it's new. There are others that sit next to it, but there is one that is distinctly fresh.
I'm gonna say, is this where you are? No. Your lover? Yes. Okay.
Oh, hell.
All right. That helps a bit. They didn't die? Someone killed them? I'm so bad at charades, you guys. I'm desperately trying. Okay, one word. It's a movie.
Oh my God. Let's break it down. So,
Break it down.
it is not
All
you
right.
in here. It is a lover, not murdered, but laid to rest. Not laid to rest.
Is the grave empty? No.
There is frustration.
We're
He's not-
trying. I promise we're trying our best.
Is there someone alive down there? Is that what you're telling us?
The breeze leaves you again. It's quiet, it's silent, and she stares at you, Daniel.
They were buried alive.
Well, he's not exactly resting
I'm
down
gonna-
there.
Start digging, like, with my just bare hands, just...
Okay. And as you start digging, tearing into that, you hear from the side, "Hey!" Coming from that one of those houses down there next to the farm. Well, the house. You see this man, a big beard. He's kind of older, very tall. It's sort of like receding hair, but long in the back. With this pitchfork. He's brandishing it, and with him runs up another young man, as they are screaming, "Hey, get away!" And they're running directly towards you. What do you do?
No, you get over here.
I'm
There
just
was a
gonna-
man trapped alive in the ground.
What? A man trapped alive?
You buried a person who never died. Now either we get him out of the ground or he dies of suffocation. You like that description? That was like an off the cuff.
No, it was great.
He was not dead. You know what that means? He was alive.
God.
I'm really
sorry.
good at this.
No, you're fantastic. I'm laughing at the. Okay. So he.
What is the opposite of dead? Alive, down there, now.
Oh no. Listen. You're going to back away from this grave, right? Now, you don't know the anguish that I've gone through these last few days. I'm not afraid to put this directly through you, man. This is my house. This is my farm. This is my property.
Then why did a spirit lead us here and tell us to help her?
Spirit? Help her?
Who is buried here?
I laid my son to rest here.
And who was your son's lover?
He had no lover. He was but a boy. Now you leave us. Now, I won't ask you again. And he looks behind him. It's another young man, and he, like, kind of gestures, and they both start closing in on you. Go now, leave! As they're threatening you with these pitchforks and
What
trying
happened to
coax
your
you.
wife?
You woke her up with your digging. Leave my wife out of this.
We
Is she not
promise.
the spirit? What the fuck is happening?
I
don't
imagine the
understand.
spirit is gone, right?
There's no sign of this spirit. And
Uh,
as soon as you notice that she is no longer there, you start noticing the rain coming in and
Right.
dropping, and just the loudness and the desperation behind this man's demands.
We promise to stop digging. We are not grave robbers, but we ask, is there any woman who might have anything to do with this grave who passed away?
No, I'm not going to do this. This is my last warning. Leave. And as he comes towards you, you can see him bring it back and just ready to extend.
Do you want to put another body in the ground? Is that really what's going to help you right now?
What are you trying
Look,
to what are you trying to do with that? I'll take some sort of social role if you would like. With that was
okay.
that was interesting.
I don't know what would fit best with that. I don't really know if that would be. Would that be a persuade? I don't know. I don't think it's an intimidate because I'm not trying to intimidate.
That was not intimidation. Yeah, that was more.
I don't know if that would be fast talk, charm. I don't know.
Yeah, in this case,
Fast talk maybe.
Fast talk is you trying to really outsmart them. Yeah. So I'll say persuade. Persuade. That was more like a comforting type thing.
Okay.
As I read
7
it.
versus
holy
70.
Shit. That's an extreme success.
Okay. Wow, y'all are crazy with these extreme success tonight.
Oh, it seems a logging truck is here.
and here comes the ship, and then a cruise ship tears up the farm.
It's Carnival Cruise, so there's lights.
I
and it
can't
says,
even tell which of y'all that came from.
It was from me. It's
Okay.
loud in New York.
It's Harlem. It'd be like
It's
that.
loud. Yeah, there's dirt bikes, there's loud trucks, there's
It was a-
sirens. I live next to a hospital, the Harlem Hospital. It's a lot. Fantastic.
Carnival Cruise, the Vikings goes by.
As you say that,
Norwegian.
you see
Sorry.
they just burnt down half a Totber a couple weeks ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You can see a tear forming behind his eye as he drops the fork and just goes to crying, just bawling before you. The son that's behind him doesn't know what to do. He keeps the fork in his hand, but goes down to his father and puts the arm around him and says, "It's okay. It's okay, Dad." He looks up at you.
Danny would like to put down his axe, and I am Daniel of Tartper, and now whether or not you have heard of me, it does not matter. But we are not here to grave rob. We're not here to cause anguish. But there is a spirit, and they do exist, that is in more anguish than your father here. It cannot rest until we figure something out, and we ask for your help as well.
The father is inconsolable, but the son says, I shall return shortly. And he goes and takes his father back down the hill. The mother is there at the door. Also, just very sad. They go inside. Within a couple of moments, this young man comes back outside. You can see sort of his like freckled face and the hair that hangs, the dark hair that hangs in his face. Hi. You said there was a spirit here. Was it my brother?
The spirit, well, Maerwynn might have a better description, but it seemed female in nature.
She seemed to signal to us that she was connected to your brother somehow.
She led us from my house in the woods.
Hast a very large bear.
Bear included, to this exact spot. Otherwise, we have no reason to be here. We. That was a roll.
No.
Sorry. I'm just typing in logging shipment codes. No.
Logging truck.
No. Clearly, we came without shovels. We had no intention of being here. We're standing out in the muck and rain. But we're doing this for something. Now, whether or not it is male, female, we do not know, but we know it was a spirit and it was connected to this very spot.
Also typing logging shipments.
Yeah.
We're literally
It's been a pretty profitable week. Anyway.
It must have been Hilda. It was Hilda.
Hilda.
May I ask, and I do not mean to intrude, how might have Hilda been connected?
Hilda.
Hilda and my brother were in love.
Aye.
And we'll take a break.
All right.
Ah, awesome. Be back in like 5. Let's do it.
Yes, take 5.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll take that 5. Good deal. Thank you for joining us.
Yo, what's up?
Sip.
Hey, what's going on? It's good to be back.
That's a big sip there. Cool.
Very quick break.
Very quick break. Yes, we are back. Our heroes just followed this ghost from Daniel Smithson's abode to this grave site on the top of a hill. It appears that this ghost's lover has been buried, and there is a little bit of conflict with the deceased family that has just been sort of pacified by Maerwynn and Daniel. So, we're going to pick up right there where we left off with the young man describing the relationship between his brother. His brother's name is Pega.
Oh, I was about to
Pega.
ask for that, but
Mhm.
if we'd like to real quick, just what is your name, son?
Oh, me. Yes, I'm Godric. I'm Godric.
Gryffindor? No, I'm kidding.
Wait, so the guy we're talking to, his name is Godric,
Yes.
and Pega is in the ground.
Pega is the brother.
Okay.
And Hilda is this lover that he's describing.
Sorry, my nose is itching very bad.
I've already forgotten
Okay.
all those names, but anyway,
I
Uh,
have them written down because
thank you.
I actually take notes now.
I am writing as we speak. Okay.
I was roasting myself, but okay.
Oh, okay, me too. Anyway,
Jesus.
Godric, that was it. Okay.
Marty. Okay.
Okay, are we back?
Yeah.
And scene.
Yeah, so how do you want to how would you like to begin this?
Yeah.
You don't have to jump right into, but if what would you like to do with this information?
Well, as far as we know, this so breaking it down, Hilda, or suspected Hilda, the ghost, has led us to this grave. it's clear this boy is buried here. She is connected to him by, well, they were romantical. Uh, stop looking weird, Carly.
Harley.
Did you just call me your fucking dog's name?
Yeah, I've been saying Harley all day. Because, anyway,
I hate it.
he's great. Harley is a dog of mine. He's a good boy. Anyway, so, I mean, it's
Damn.
pretty tense moment.
It is.
They're the same.
Yeah,
Carly and
it is.
Harley. Would you like to explain why you're so distraught right now?
You called me your dog's name. Like, that's why I'm
Right.
distraught.
Okay, but also Harley and Carly are like the same, and I say Harley on like a daily basis.
Anyway.
What are you gonna say, that Maerwynn and Heroin
Yeah,
are the same?
that's what's important.
Well, now when do we wait for Hilda to show herself to Godric, or do we do as what she seemingly asked for?
I'm beginning to suspect that perhaps he's not truly okay. The way Hilda was speaking, well, motioning, was leading us, I'm talking to Godric at this point, was leading us to believe that your brother could still be alive. I'm not sure if this is entirely true. I don't want to dig up and disturb his grave.
And we
If it
mean
is
no
unnecessary.
disrespect, and we do not mean to disturb his rest, but you have my word. We will bring a priest in, I will read for him, and we will redo the ceremony. But we need to be sure that your brother is in fact laid to rest.
And I'm just gonna keep rolling off of the success from earlier. Godric, without a word, begins the work of digging up this grave here.
Did he bring a tool for this?
Well, they have stuff there, just in the farm.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you all can assist in this.
Yeah.
After,
Yeah.
After a while, you basically reach the bottom of this. You're able to, go through this process. I'm not going to describe, digging up a grave. But as you look upon the deceased, there is a stale smell when you open up, the burial coffin there. But no smell of death or decay. The face of Pega looks like pale and dehydrated, but there doesn't seem to be death. Unconsciousness for sure, but no death.
Can Daniel very quickly check for a pulse?
Okay, yeah. Natural world or medicine or first aid.
Natural world is going to be the highest. 59 versus 70 success.
Cool. It's faint and irregular, but it is there. Godric is overcome with emotion at this. At your telling him this.
Yeah, Godric, your brother is not dead. Quick. And I'd like to pick him up out of this grave and rush him to the house.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you're able to rush them into the house. There is this big. There's a lot of emotions here with this news. As you look, you can see sort of the purplish lips there that have been missing oxygen for some time in this cramped and enclosed space. What else would you like to do here now that you have them inside? The father is there, the mother is there, and they're trying to bring some life back here. But you overhear the father kind of saying, "Yes, he did not look like this the other day. He did not look like this at all. He was
Are there
dead."
any? Oh, sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I don't mean to keep interrupting.
You're fine.
Hang on. Daniel would like to, after hearing that, hand to his chest and say, "What do you mean the other day?"
When we buried our child, we were sure of death.
Well, clearly that's changed. Maerwynn, would you be so kind? You know where the doctors are in town.
Literally what I was about to ask. Are there any healers around here? Would the closest one be in town?
Would it be in town? Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just take off running.
I'll ask the father, do you want to try and stabilize him here, or should we bring him into town? It's going to be much quicker.
It's gonna be quicker if we bring my child.
It is one trip if we go into town, 2 trips for a doctor and for Maerwynn. But it is your son, you make the call.
Let's go. Let's go. We
Aye,
must go.
And Daniel would like to, in both arms, carry his son for him.
Aw, that's so sweet.
He's trying his best. And yeah, book it for town following Maerwynn.
The place to go in town is the former home of Delwyn. There is a light inside. And after, knocking... Was that?
Is our punch card still valid with this doctor too, or was that only with Dylan?
It's valid. Here, I'm sorry to bring y'all here. I'm sorry to keep bringing y'all. Or
No,
y'all
it's
need-
fine.
We're saving a boy.
boy.
Yo, there's a drive-through at this place because everybody's getting
Honestly.
hurt.
We toss the kid in. So, all right, next.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So as you go there, the person opens the door, ushers you inside. This young person here, about 21, I'd say. His name is Aelfgeist. Aelfgiest. Aelfgeist. He says, "Well, what happened here? What's going on?"
This boy is dying and he clearly needs your help. So I imagine you can do what you do best.
Yes. Here, I'll get right to work. Let me roll for him. I feel like I'm playing the game, y'all.
Yay!
Boom. Okay. Cool. So he's looking over.
I just realized I didn't turn my crystals on.
Pause.
There you
Boom.
go.
I don't know where the other one's at, but it's fine.
So as he is quick at work here, he looks around at the remnants of the herbs in the sort of concoctions that were made here previously by Delwyn. It appears that this was poison here. This, he will survive, but he needs rest. I should make sure that he is okay. And he... Are you the father? And he goes and talks to the father and the brother. Godric looks at both of you and thanks you. I don't know what to say, but I thank you.
We'll return to hopefully see your brother in better health. But take
Godric.
good care until then.
Yes.
How would he have been poisoned?
That actually, Maerwynn brings up a good point. Do you know of Hilda's and Pega's relationship? Of any sort of tension?
Hilda died.
No?
It seemed that it might have... Well, I knew that it broke my brother's heart. But no.
Well,
She was young and she passed, and it was very sad for him. And I fear that this poison was of his own accord.
uh,
That's what I was afraid of.
well, you can thank Hilda for saving his life. And Daniel would like to go ahead and exit the building.
I'll follow him.
And as you do that, as you step outside, you can feel every bit of the night. You can hear the sounds. You can hear the wind whipping in the distance. You can feel a sort of peace here. You can feel this is obviously not exorcising a demon or slaying a monster, but you feel that you brought rest to a soul and saved another through this.
And Daniel, without saying much, I would like to return back to the gravesite and just sees if anyone would like to make one last visit.
Are you going, Maerwynn?
Yep, I'll go with him.
There, as you go to the gravesite, there is this blue tinted mist that rises right at the top of that hill. It's not dark and sinister like the red mist of Feth from weeks before. This is just more of, like, I don't know. It's more of a peace incarnate that you feel as you sit here, which is something that you all welcome. It's a nice break from the norm of what you usually encounter. And as you look up, you can see the stars that just paint a beautiful picture in the sky. You have a moment here to take a rest, a moment here to breathe, because you do feel that things are looming above you. There's always this sword that's waiting to fall over your heads, especially in a world where you don't know who to trust, especially in a world where you heard straight from the prophet's mouth last time that two remain. So I just want to know, like, what are you thinking about that? I just want to get your thoughts on where that leads.
Maerwynn's trying not to think about it right now.
Okay, and that's fine. That's very valid.
Yeah,
Right.
it's always at the back of her mind for sure. Because she's always trying to figure out who the two could be, like all this kind of stuff. But right now she's just kind of like, you know what? Just little victories. Like just trying to push it out of her head for as long as she can.
Yeah, Daniel's a simple man. He knows this wasn't a murder, and as Hilda previously said, and it's coming back to him, and as Maerwynn said, it's a little victory, and he knows there's not a whole lot he can do until Bristius gets back from his tour, and in the meantime, he's got some work to do at home.
Okay. By work, do you mean just normal work, or do you mean also monster slaying?
Putting his
Mythos
stuff,
busting.
his putting his cups back where they were, and cutting some wood, yeah.
Buying some new candles.
And some new candles.
Elsewhere, Erdwulf marched on with a mission in a company of people that are very handy with weapons. With a company of warriors, a company of fighters, a company of very capable people, and they were not prepared for the trouble that they would get themselves into. It seemed to come right from under them. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh, Not my boy. Not my boy.
Cool, and that's it.
Oh my gosh. I think this is the quickest session we've ever had.
It is just a
That was
little,
a good one. I like this.
yeah, just a little
Yeah.
drop without Hudson here.
I hope everyone at home enjoyed it.
little side
Thank you
quest.
for
Guys
joining
wanna-
us.
You guys want a D&D rematch after this?
No,
Oh my
no,
gosh.
no. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. Does anybody have anything to add to our people watching at home? Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes. Thank
and
you.
Yeah.
being here with us. Also, big thank
Hudson
you to
won't be here
Chaosium.
next week either.
Right.
Yes.
No Hudson
he-
next week either.
He's a pretty cool dude. Yeah, thank you for tuning in on Twitch. Thank you for rewatching us on YouTube. We always love to have you here, and we hope you enjoy our content.
Yes. Go to Chaosium. Get your copy of this. Play this with your friends. It'll be a great addition to your table. And also, wherever you're watching this, follow us, subscribe, follow us on our social media.
For sure.
It's a pleasure having you, and as always, stay spooky.